Back for second half highlights, and Coach, history can't help you today, but it can certainly serve as a reminder of how things can go wrong. And Illinois' second half, you would consider a learning experience. Last time at Northwestern, a learning experience as well. So, things to take from this and keep the focus, I guess.
That's the great thing, I think, about this team is we've got older guys who have had those experiences. One experience was a week ago, but one was 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And they weren't going to let their younger counterparts do anything but go out that second half and get going.
And you knew Northwestern, obviously playing their best, was not going to turn away. Playing their best coming into this game anyway was not going to turn away. They're going to try some things in the second half, switch up quarterback.
They have quality kids. They have smart kids. Their coaching staff's done a good job of scheming up. I was a little surprised they changed their quarterbacks because he isn't the thrower that Boucher is, yeah. But they're going to do whatever they have to do to try to get it going.
I immediately went to see if he was hurt. He was not. Just something they wanted to do. He threw a couple of picks, so maybe they're going to try something different there. But the Bucks take the field in the second half, and they've averaged about 25,000 in that stadium all season long. They had a sellout 47,130, and I think there were more Ohio State fans.
There was a whole bunch of red there, and here there was a pick. Ross Holman coming up with it, and great to see us getting those takeaways.
Late passes don't have to be necessarily over the middle to get picked off?
No, they sure don't. You need to throw those out of bounds. And here you see Troy stepping up, and, one thing that he'll do is he's going to be careful with the football, and if it's not there, he's either going to throw it away or run it up.
Well, he did step up, and you, again, turn points off of turnovers with a 50th career touchdown pass for Troy Smith.
Is that right? Well, I tell you what, he knows how to find the end zone.
40-10 the count. Anthony Gonzalez on the board with that 6-yard toss, and the Buckeye defense back on the field.
Antonio Smith on the hit, and that Tyrell Sutton's a good player. A good tip there by Larry Grant, getting his hands. He's got excellent ball skills and movement, and he got his hands on that third down pass, so we get the ball back, and Beanie Wells does a little bit of running and takes over here. And I thought Beanie really played well, and we needed him to come through like that because I thought all three backs hammered it up in there real well.
That's a 14-yard pickup for him, and he's not done just yet. He's going to rip this one off for 33 yards. Kind of ran out of gas there.
He needed a little burst there, but it was good to see him out in the open. And there you see Troy moving around and ended up getting sacked. But again, he's careful with the football. He's not going to throw it where it doesn't belong. And he knows that if you get one more snap, you have a chance. And here he looked around, and moved around, found Mo Wells out. And I thought this was a good-looking football play by Mo Wells, making a difference there, getting that first and then some, and getting us down inside.
Well, it shows the difference, how quickly he can get up the field, when his mind is in the right place. And
Mo Wells can move around, and here you see Beanie Wells get in the end zone, and all of a sudden now we've got a pretty comfortable lead.
Well, and a 9-play, 80-yard drive there as well. Took 5:21 off the clock, longest drive of the day.
Yeah, that was huge for us, and now we're back on defense, and there you see Vernon Golston coming up with the sack, and our guys are relentless. They keep coming after you.
Heading towards fourth quarter, Buckeyes with a big lead. The touchdown makes it 47-10. And back on offense, this is Maurice Wells, 15 yards. Justin Zwicken at quarterback now.
Well, Justin got to play the whole fourth quarter, and Mo Wells did a good job, got some carries up there, and Justin finds Jake Ballard, and Jake's going to be a good tight end. That was a heck of a catch there, and it seems like he makes all circus catches when he gets in there.
4 yards complete on the catch. Yeah, we've seen him with some great catches.
There on a third down, or maybe that was a fourth down. That might have been our fourth down we went for, and we wanted to put Justin under the gun a little bit because he has to stay sharp. And here again, defense stopping the option. Todd Denlinger, Larry Grant, guys flying around. Ross Holman in the game, and guys Lawrence Wilson playing hard, getting opportunities.
Yeah, you like to see that at this point. You like to be in position to be able to do that. Last week was not one of those times. This week it certainly was, and guys getting valuable experience late in the season.
Yeah, you see Todd Beckman handing off to Beanie Wells, and that second offensive line got 3 or 4 good series in there, and there you see Beanie again running. He ended up, I believe, with 99 yards, and heck of a day.
Yeah, your leading rusher.
Our leading rusher with only 11 carries. And here you see Todd Beckman stepping up and running the option a little bit, and it was good to see Todd back in there, and we're moving the football down the field. You see Mo Wells, good-looking burst, and Mo Wells, like we've been saying all along, is a good running back as well.
Yeah, turning up 8 yards on the play. This is another fourth down play here, and obviously, clock is just the management of the whole thing, and Todd Beckman takes in his first rushing touchdown.
Well, it was good for Todd to get in there. It was good for that second line to take it down and show that they could they could move it down for a touchdown.
For a 54-10 victory, and that's the most points you've put on the board since being at Ohio State.
Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Didn't know that.
56 in 1995 against Iowa. That would be the next time that the Bucs had scored that many points. So a nice feeling to get that. Not, it may have been just a statistical letdown last week. When you win the game, I don't know if you can call it a letdown, but statistically you get back up there with the guys' confidence.
Well, it was good to make sure that we could finish things, and we probably didn't buckle it up as tight as we did in the fourth quarter last week, but Northwestern is a team that's going to keep playing, and they play Illinois next week in their grudge match. And, so we're moving into the rivalry weekend in the Big Ten.
Well, they were talking about that being their bowl game, but they're not so sure now because they said Illinois is playing pretty well. And we know what you guys are headed into. You take the offense, as we say, confidence high, not a dangerous level, but just high. Troy Smith leading it. I know that he takes the sack on that second down play. You may want him to throw it into the second row of the stands or whatever, but you coach those things. You can't coach what he did on the next play. And you said, get him one more snap. He just creates and keeps things alive always.
He really does, and he's a guy that we have so much confidence in. And his receivers have so much confidence because they're going to work to keep getting open. His O-line knows they have to finish their protection because if they can give him a little more, he'll make something happen. And I'm excited to see him play again one more time in Ohio Stadium.
And so is everyone else. And fitting right after the break, Troy Smith, our Buckeye Profile.